Have you ever heard of the word patriot? Patriots are people who love their country and are willing to defend it. Every year, we celebrate these people on Patriot Day. Patriot Day was created in 2001 to remember an important day in America, 9/11. 9/11 is short for September 11th, 2001. On this day, something terrible happened. Enemies of the United States stole some airplanes and flew them into some important buildings, including the Twin Towers in New York City. When the Twin Towers fell down after being hit, many brave firefighters, police officers, and other volunteers, who we call first responders, rushed to the scene to help save as many people as possible. Today, we remember and honor the bravery of the first responders and all of those people who lost their lives on Patriot Day. We have special ceremonies and moments of silence because we vowed to never forget what happened on 9/11. And a new building, One World Trade Center, was built in its place. Why is it important to remember the events of 9/11 on Patriot Day?
Good morning, Harvest Hawks. Welcome back. I know it's just a short weekend, but it feels like I've been gone forever, even though I was kind of gone last week. But I'm happy to be back and feeling a ton better. So while I was gone and what I came back to, I just want to reiterate a couple of messages that I feel like are getting lost in the sauce. Words hurt, right? Some words have a long history behind them and should never be used at school. Okay? You might hear them in songs, you might hear them outside of school, but they shouldn't be used at school because they hurt. Words hurt. I know sticks and stones maybe break your bones, but words can never hurt you. That's great in theory, but some words can break through that and make everything 10 times worse, and can also be considered, hate speech. And we don't want to go there at school. Okay. If you don't know how to filter those words out, then I need you to think before you speak, right? Think about the words that are coming out of your mouth. I know that can be hard at a young age, but think, is it true? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? I mean, if you're saying hurtful things to someone, that's not inspiring. That's not helpful. That's not true. You don't know the first thing about that person. You might be friends. That's great. I'm glad you're friends, but you don't know what everybody goes home to, what everybody lives with. So think about what you're saying. True, helpful, inspiring. Is it necessary? Do you need to say that right now? I know some of us feel like we have to say certain things because we're angry, but that means it's not, you don't need to say anything. You can be angry and not, you know, word vomit all over someone. Is it kind? Again, if you don't have anything nice to say it in here. Don't say it out of here. All right? You really need to start thinking before you speak because there's consequences. And I want you to take that very seriously. There are consequences. All right? So, when we're out on the playground and we're talking to our friends and we're hanging out and we're playing games and things get a little heated, take a deep breath and walk away. All right? I know not everything is what you want to do, but sometimes it's better to take a deep breath before you get yourself in trouble and walk away. Just an idea. Throwing that out there. Take a deep breath. It can help. Not always. Sometimes the anger sits with us longer, and that's okay. But we've got people here to talk to about that. So if you're struggling with that, about your anger getting out of control, we've got people. I'm one of those people. You can come talk to me. All right. Okay. So keep that in mind when we're out on the playground, when we're talking to our friends in the classroom. Definitely shouldn't be using that language in the classroom. That's a big no-no. There's a time and a place for language, and just not in the classroom like that. Hurtful words like that. Classroom is for learning. Classroom is for experiencing your learning. Classroom is for getting that guidance from your teacher on how to do things and opening up your mind and thinking critically about the subject matter that you're learning and understanding the world around you, why words act the way they do, why numbers act the way they do. The classroom is not the time for using nasty words. I don't care what happens. It is not the time or the place. All right? There is a time and a place for lots of things. Not there. Okay? All right. If you want to talk about this further, you know how to find me. If you're struggling with someone who is not getting this message and they just can't keep it straight, go to a trusted adult. We've got wonderful Yard Duty. We've got Miss Bautista and myself now here to help, and Mr. Bennett, of course. So if you need help, you know where to go. There's lots of people here to help you. And help you deal with people who might not be saying the nicest of things. All right. Okay. So we had a wonderful showing this past Friday with all of our athletics teams. It was so hot, but everybody still tried their best and did the best that they could in that heat. And I'm very proud of all of you, especially Cheer, who went out there and cheered on football and then showed up later that night at Garza, the stadium, to put on another performance. So good job, good on you, Cheer. I mean, that takes a lot. So I'm proud of you. This week is a bye week for volleyball and cross country, so that means that they are not going to have a game this week. Football does have a scrimmage game this week. They're going to be going to Roosevelt on Friday, so only football is leaving school this Friday. All right, everybody else is sticking around, and that's it. That's all I have. Leadership students, you will have your first meeting this week on Wednesday, so make sure you have a ride home. It's part of being a leadership kid is making sure it's taking responsibility for getting to and from your meetings. So make sure you can come and that you can get home. Okay? All right. Let's go out there and be the wonderful hawks that we are. So we are hawks. Have integrity. Accept responsibility. We respect others. Kindness counts, and show safety at all times. All right, let's go out there and be the wonderful hawks that we can be.